Hey everybody, it's Coffee with Mick, frank and honest discussion about whatever I want to talk about in the morning. Finished Star Trek Discovery yesterday. Very good, very good. I liked it very much, but admittedly, one thing that was a little hard to get into was the design of the Klingons as well as their voices. Yeah, the crew were trying something new with the Klingons this time around. Brian Fuller, but yeah, it was just a little too new all at once. Plus, they never explained why they look like that. They really should have. They really should have. It's like it was wartime, and so Klingons would shave off all their heads. And obviously, a practice that would be forgotten by the TNG era, and thank goodness, because they look weird. But yeah, that's like a stylistic choice. It doesn't really change who they are to me. I can buy them being like Klingons in the TOS era, a very violent and marauding race. I would like to believe that other people would understand that, but no. Yeah, a lot of people don't really get what kind of Klingons they were supposed to be because they are idiots who keep thinking back to the next generation when there are Klingons that are shown to be more honorable. The next generation. In the future of Star Trek. After the Federation and the Klingon Empire had a goddamn truce. A full-on truce. Not an armistice. A truce. Y'all remember the original series, like Klingons and Federation? Like they were like kicking the shit out of each other all the time? Star Trek 3, that Christopher Lloyd guy who like just would not fucking stop annoying James T. Kirk. How they would just constantly spout out honor, honor, honor every 5 seconds, but not even understand the word. Yeah. Klingons in Discovery, despite their looks, their weird latex mask looks, were those types of Klingons. Some people will say, "Ah, man, these Klingons are just such a corruption of the Klingon ideals that I've known from Worf." That's the point! That's the friggin' point! These are bad Klingons who think they're being good Klingons. They are divided people. They have their own definitions of honor. Some of them aren't even honorable themselves, like that guy who stole Vok's ship. The ship of the dead. Yeah, taking it just for his own personal glory. Yeah, are we all just forgetting how corrupt Klingon society still was, even by the TNG era? Remember how, like, Worf's father was, like, freaking spurned by history because the real person who caused like the explosion at Kinnemer was like actually the father of Duras, a rich guy. Yeah, like because they were so worried about insulting a rich family that they would rather like besmirch the name of a lesser house. Ugh. Yeah. We kind of deify the Klingons as a whole because of the exceptions of the ends of a few with Worf and Martok, like Kalar, Alexander Rashenko. Yeah, they are good Klingons. They're good people. But much like the Federation, the bulk of their society is not perfect. There are cracks, so many cracks within the walls. And they are, like, they're the better versions of Klingons than what we got from TOS. Like, if you and going even further back, Enterprise. Remember that episode when John Archer was like in court under the Klingon court, and despite the fact that he was clearly an honorable person who was just doing what he thought was right, rather than just being set free, was like given like the sentencing of being stuck in a dilithium mine for all his life. Clearly corrupt. Because Klingon culture was just becoming so obsessed with wars and fighting that they ended up losing their ideals along the way. And Discovery was kind of the apex of that. Especially how like there were like 24 clans that were all like fighting and challenging, taking out Federation ships just for their own personal glory to the no end. No end to this. similar to the Herosian from Star Trek Voyager. You know, they were literally hunting themselves to extinction. And thankfully, Discovery and crew was able to stop their own self-destruction by threatening self-destruction of planet Kodos. I mean, hey, if there's anyone who can respect a death threat, it's the Klingons. Yeah. Short version, if you hate the designs of Season 1 Discovery Klingons, their voices, I understand completely. They were trying something new, but it just did not work. But don't you dare say that they weren't era appropriate, because they were. Okay? There's a difference between a TNG Klingon and a TOS Klingon. And while there were some exceptions there and then that were actually honorable, a lot of Klingons back then were just honorable in name only. That's what they were reflecting. And I'm able to accept that. I hope you can accept that too. And as always, I hope you have a morning.